Hello, friends. This is the Cryptonian taking a look at Bitcoin. It is North American East Coast time. It's early Tuesday, and we had a sell-off. And I'll take a look at the larger time frame here on the 4 hour, and you can see this dip here. I'll enlarge it, and here we can see this big sell-off from this area we were trying to hold, and all the way down. Now, I did say in a previous video. Um, the last one actually, Bitcoin at resistance, that this was a possible scenario, and I would look to add here, or not add, but actually enter here, um, because this would actually constitute a higher low. When we take a look at the daily, we can see that if we hold this, this is a higher low. Now, what's interesting here is, let me go ahead and enlarge this. What's interesting here is that you can see that when we came down, we came right to my lower line, and that was 19,705. I think I mentioned in the video 19,725. So I was a little bit off. We came down to 19,574, and even well, actually, I take that back. We came down to 19,340. Okay, so I was a little bit off, but as a golden pocket and area of support, 19,705 to 20,125. And this was once we broke below that 19.7, this became resistance. We came down, a lot of buying came in. And remember, Bitcoin likes to break support, break the expected support areas, and then grab liquidity and then move up. And that's what happened. We came back up right on that line. That line was a line of battle for the bulls and the bears, and that's exactly where my line was here, showing the golden pocket there. And we pushed up against it, finally broke above it, and then now we're seeing some impulses, significant impulses on shorter time frames, of course, to the upside. Now, when we take a look at the 4 hour, we see a big wick here, okay? And so this shows that we did go down here. A lot of buying coming up. This is buying interest right now, buying the dip, and so currently we are at the moment. Let me take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, okay. So at the moment we are above 19,705. Currently, price is 19,842. Now we do have to suffer a pullback here. We have to make sure that there's enough buying interest to hold and that they're not going to sell off here. So I want to see some red candles on the 30 minute. Well, we got red candles on the 30 minute. I want to see red candles on the 1 hour. I want to see a significant pullback and hold this area. I want to see a little bit of profit taking. I don't want to see a sell off, right? I want to make sure that this area holds. And I think it will, but you can't ever be too sure with the way the market is. Now, one interesting chart is the Dixie here, right? DXY. DXY is currently at support. Okay, currently at support, so we have to be really careful. Now, we did have three drives here, and we failed all three to make higher highs. These are lower lows, and then try to consolidate here, and then now we're here at the area of support, the support line. Now, if this breaks, crypto is going to hold its run, most likely. If this breaks, most likely crypto will continue to go higher. And it looks like this potentially could break down. Um, so, that being said, Bitcoin is in position and getting ready for that breakdown, and probably will move higher from here. Okay, we are seeing buying interest in this area, but we need to make sure that this is not just short-term trading uh, for the day, right? And that we need to make sure it's not going to sell off at the end of the day. So We need a daily closure above 19,705. Daily closure above 19,705, which, let's see here. Yep, on the daily. This is the daily chart. Need to see that close above, and then, tomorrow move higher. Or actually the next candle when it generates. Next candle is going to be in 16 hours. And so we need to see that become green and push up. So that being said, this will be the higher low, which shows that we possibly can maintain this. If we get a higher low here, then we have to move higher and make a higher high, right? Um, if for some reason we make this higher low turns into a lower high, that's going to be a head and shoulders, and then we're going to roll over and come back down and probably go sideways and retest 19 and 18. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. It's kind of late. But looking at the RSI on the 4-hour, look at this, all the way down. Let me enlarge this here. RSI all the way down to 25. So that's kind of crazy. Big sell-off. And our stochastics, we have a short-term push to the upside here, and that's where, whoops, let's open this up a little bit so we can see. It's not wanting to cooperate. One moment. Okay. Let's take a look here. So on the stochastics, we can see short-term time frame. We're up at the top. This is I believe it's the 15-minute. I changed to shorter time frames because I wanted more accuracy. And so let me check and see what. Yeah, that's 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes is up at the top. So over the short-term time period, we'll probably have a pullback or sideways consolidation. And we still need the longer time frames, the 1 hour and the 4 hour, to complete their dive down here and then move higher. So it is possible that we could have a little bit of a sell-off, retesting the lower areas not long from now. Okay, probably early this morning. We'll probably keep pushing lower here to test the golden pocket area. Let me change over to a different time frame. Let's take a look at the 15. So right now we are comfortably above that line and we're in the golden pocket, but that can change real quick. I mean, there's not much distance here. Okay, so that being said, be careful. Be careful. Short-term time frame, RSI is 38, so it's a little bit on the weak side. So we could have another sell-off testing this line here a little bit, but not a bad place. Like I said before, not a bad place to take a position. And here at the golden pocket, because the golden pocket is recognized as being a place to buy in a uptrend, right? And so we have been seeing strength over the past few weeks. We had this sell-off. What I like about the sell-off, it was fast and hard, and so it's still early in the week to recover and still have some type of a upward momentum shift from this sell-off. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. And taking a look at Ethereum, everyone else is going to be following Bitcoin. Yeah, see, here's Ethereum doing the same thing. This is on the 4 hour. You can see Ethereum went up out of this channel with strength, came down here, tried to catch that channel like I talked about in previous videos, and then it just dumped because Bitcoin was dumping. Now, I warned you of this. I said that I told you with Ethereum, I said it depends on what Bitcoin's doing. And if Bitcoin rolls over, and I warned everybody that the stochastics, the momentum was changing and shifting, and it was getting weaker, and the momentum was slowing down, and we could have it roll over, and that's exactly what happened. So it'll probably stay this way, day or two maybe, or if the market's really bullish, may pump from here. But not a bad area to, maybe take a small entry. Now, this is definitely not investment advice. I am just giving you my opinion here. Okay. So at this point, there's going to be a lot of people that wake up in the morning surprised, shocked. Oh, where did my money go? People that took shorts will be happy. They, look at their account. They'll be in the green. A lot of people going long that, were busy, didn't pay attention. Lost whatever profits that they made here, if that's where they entered. And so now they have to average down or average back in, whatever. But anyway, that is the way the market goes. Now, taking a look at one that I like, Aave. Look at Aave. Aave still showing strength. Look at this. Aave still at the diagonal support. Now, the reason is because Aave shot up so hard and so fast, and it corrected. Most of its correction was here. And then, by the time Bitcoin was getting to roll over, it was in this area. And then now we're bouncing or trying to bounce. We have a nice, what's called a pin bar or a hammer candle or pin bar. The technical name is hammer candle, which is bullish. And so if Bitcoin holds and the DXY capitulates and breaks down, then we could be going much higher. So I'm just kind of waiting a little bit, going to give the DXY an opportunity to either run up or break down. And then I'll be taking other positions, probably in Aave, Ethereum, and some others. Taking a look at these coins to the right, we have Aave down 5.6%, ADA down 4%, Algo down 6%, Arweave down 7%, Atom 7% down, AVAX 6%, BNB down 3%. BNB has been pretty resilient lately. And of course, Bitcoin's down almost 4%. So BNB is actually holding up better than Bitcoin, believe it or not. And let's see, DOT down 6%, getting hammered. Engine, the smaller projects, 6%. And Matic down 7%. Now let's take a look at Matic. This is interesting. There we go. Matic was at 125, 126, actually 130. Matic actually hit 130, and it hit the support at 105, and then it's bouncing right back up. So whoever entered at 105, you're in profit at the moment because Matic is at 117. 117. So again, we need to make sure that these are not just short-term bounces because, there are machines that trade the market 24/7 on a regular basis, and things can change really fast, right? Because their computer ran intelligence, and they can change when the market changes. So be careful. We just need to make sure that the buying will not be sold off once the morning or tomorrow arrives here, early morning, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., something like that. Um, the time to take a look at the market for the sell-off would be between 6 a.m. or actually, anywhere between 4:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. It can sell off or sell down, and then usually between 7 and 9 it's transition, and then usually from 9 o'clock on they try to push it up. So taking a look at near, yeah, near is pretty much the same thing. Let's see, this is on the daily. Yep, here we go. Near is at support actually, $2.86, $2.87, and I may be taking a look at near. Just kind of depends on you know what the market does, what Bitcoin does. Solana went all the way down to 25, and now it's back at 28. 25.87 was support here. So there you go. You can tell that it looks like, but Solana is trying to shift the market, and it looks like Bitcoin, Solana, all of the major high quality coins and projects, looks like they're trying to buy the dip and trying to capitalize on this momentum. So when we take a look, Bitcoin, if Bitcoin holds this area, this is a higher low. And then we go up from here and try to make a higher high. And if we don't, if we move higher and get rejected, put in a higher, or excuse me, a lower high, it rolls over, and then we come down and retest these lower areas again, right? Because a lower high would complete a shoulder, head, and shoulder. This is going to be called a head and shoulders pattern, and would most likely, the head and shoulders patterns are bearish, and then so it's a sign that things are just kind of rolling over and getting weak, and then we would come back down and test the 18, 19, even $17,000 area. Thank you, friends. I don't want to make this too long of a video. I appreciate your time and attention. If you found this information helpful, please click like and consider subscribing. And we will see you in the next video. Until then, be very, very careful in the market. Make sure that there is support here in this 19,000 area and 19 to $20,000 area. We could, like I said, before the morning is, before tomorrow, before the night and morning's over, we could have another push to the downside and retest possibly that 19,500, 19,600 area. But if that 19,561 holds, or I would even say if 19,400 holds in this area, then we should be going up throughout the next, the rest of the week. So, thanks, friends. We will talk to you later.